Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to yet another series of Starcraft English commentary. Let's continue with the set 2 between Flash and Larva as part of the Laddernet series on October 1st. And we've had a nice game between Flash and Larva previously on Radeon, and now we're going to be having my favorite match this season of ASL, Roaring Current. This map is home to many theaters of war, some crazy insane twists and turns, some like mind-blowing, exploding, juicy kind of insane 3-starport build as we previously saw from Flash, and we might have Flash going for 3-starport build again. Remember that previous game he went for 3-starport build, he was exactly on this map. This is a Roaring Current photo. Let me just quickly show you. And as you can see, on Roaring Current, this is where the expansion will be coming down, this area down here. And in that area, you can actually put some tanks behind it to go for some kind of crazy stuff, so we shall see. But of course, control of the air is going to be king. And let's see how Flash is going to handle Larva after the one nice game. If you've not seen the previous game, go ahead and check it out. The link is going to be in the video description. I'm going to spoil the results of that games. So let's get right into this game. First of all, let me just quickly show you what are the map stats. I think everyone knows the map stats by now, but let me just remind ourselves. Radeon is 47.8%. Roaring Current is number 2 for Zerg. 47%. We've only had under 60 games on this map so far. Official sponsored games. So actually, it's not that much of a stat, to be honest, but still, it's relatable basically. Okay, what is this drone coming out? I guess he's gonna be waiting for the last possible moment to come out and go for an expansion. He was waiting for Flash to go out there and stop him, but we're gonna be having 14 CC coming out from Flash. So I guess Flash is looking forward to play long game. On ladder, we actually don't often see long games. You know why? Because the pro gamers are not so inclined to just drag on hours and hours like us, the newbies. Like me, I love to drag the games out and have a ton of fun every night, just over and over. It's like a very masterful what is it? I'm not gonna say the word. I mean, the word is Don Juan, right? Don Juan, right? Someone who is a womanizer, who is very good in his art. On the bed, and he just doesn't get faced at all by a beautiful girl or something like that, and he keeps on going. He has the ability to control himself and just control the rhythm, the tempo, and he's always on top of the game, no pun intended. So anyways, that is basically the difference between the pro gamers and the noobs on ladder games. We noobs would like to actually have a very long game, but these pro gamers are really impatient. They want to finish the game so they can actually go back to their other more profitable activities, like I don't know, chatting with their fans or having those sponsored daily pro leagues and so forth. And that kind of takes away the fun from the ladder game. I remember I was watching the stream of Jangbi. The last time Jangbi was streaming was something like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and he was just having some fun on ladder. He was not worrying about time. He was playing his best possible. He was putting on his favorite music. He was singing along, dancing around to it, and just really having some fun. And I feel like this is something that is missing from the current pack of Broodwar pro gamers. They are more thinking about money and about fan and donations and all that stuff, that I forgot the love for the game. And sometimes I'm like that too, guys. I have to apologize. Sometimes I talk too much about coffee and donations, and I've realized that you guys are just only here for the entertainment and for the sport, right? So I would tone down on those coffee things. So I guess this game will be a non-coffee, non-donation, non-sensible stuff coming from me. Let's just focus on the pure love for this game. Double factory coming out here for Flash. And of course, this is unusual build, but on this map, unusual maps guarantees for unusual builds, right? So Roaring Current, I mean, this is going to be interesting because usually you do see the 1-1-1 build, so heading directly into Starport, but it's not going to head into Starport. And if let's take a look at Larva's vision, doesn't have any idea at all. He knows that there's going to be a barracks and that's it, and an SCV, but beyond that, he doesn't have any information. He's going to be going for Spire. Of course, Spire is expected on this map. And on the settled map, we're going to be seeing Flash coming out with some, what is he coming out to go for? I guess he will have the first voucher. There's the first voucher. I get Flash's hotkey this time. Okay, good. So here's Flash's hotkey. Number 1 is on the voucher. Number 2 is on an SCV. I don't know why. Number 3 is the command center. Number 4 is one of the factories. Number 5 is another factory. Number 6, not yet. He's not yet put those hotkeys, so we shall see. Anyways, this watcher is coming out. There's a sunken. It's a bit delayed, and Flash is already arriving here. He gets on the high ground, and there's nothing to block. There might be an evolution chamber. There it is. Evolution chamber about to go down, and now it's gonna not get deployed anymore. Maybe Flash is waiting for the second vultures. I'm not so sure. But behind this, we are seeing Lava on the move now. Looks like Spire is done. But he's making some Scourges only. He's not making any Mutalisks. This is interesting because Flash doesn't know about that, and he's making some turrets. We've seen in some instances where the Zerg player go for delayed Mutalist production and just wait, and get a few more drones. As you can see, Lava is droning apart this time because he's looking forward to actually saturating his brand new base. So he's gonna drone up, and the moment he's ready to move out the drones, he will make some Mutants to cover for the ground. And what is that? I'm not so sure that is going to be an evolution chamber or something, but there are some Scourges moving across the map, but there are no starboard yet. It's gonna be a pure Goliath, but I guess Flash wanna try the all-in mid-game Goliath push against Lava here. Keep in mind that on this map, you can possibly take out this third base quite easily at this 6-minute or 7-minute mark of the game, but actually to go on this high ground against these hatcheries and sunkens would be a feat here to be accomplished by Flash. So Lava has shown that he can actually come back even losing this hatchery, and possibly if he expands, he even loses, he can still win the game because there are the islands. So anyways, this vulture has spotted a couple of Mutalisks. For now, Lava is not making way too many Mutalisks. You can see he's not having any Mutalisks on the queue. Just 3 Mutalisks, and I'm going to be going directly for Flyer Carapace. And what is transportation for Overlord? Okay, of course, this is we finally see the inner workings of a pro gamers on the map Roaring Current. What kind of upgrades and technologies are they going to be going for? As for Flash, it's going to be for weapons upgrade and vehicle plating. Is it double armory build? Yeah, as you can see, this is double armory build, and there's going to be a dive in from the Mutants. There they are. They start to attack the supply depot. There's only a single Marine. 2 turrets blocking this area, but there's plenty of Goliaths, and finally we have the starport. I guess what Flash might be going for is Goliath drops. If you can actually make a few starport and a few drops, you can actually go for Goliath drops on one of these maps. But anyways, dropship technology is about 40% done for Lava, and behind this he's got his saturation nicely done on his brand new base here. But keep in mind that Flash can also move out. He's moving out right now with his Goliath. Not bad. Let's take a look at his control group. His control group is 4 Goliaths on the first control group, and a bunch of SCVs and some factories on the backside here. So it's gonna try to just 4, 5, 6. Excuse me, 4, 5, 6 out of 3 other 3 factories. 7 is the starport. He has not yet group key 8, 9, and 0 yet. I don't know how to get the other players hotkey, guys. If you guys know, let me know, because from what I've learned from one of you on the YouTube comments, I'm such a like a nice disciple. I don't know anything, and I'm very, very honest about what I don't know. And then I tell you guys, and you guys explain to me on the channel, and really, really appreciate it. So according to what I've learned, is that sometimes in games you can get the hotkeys of one of the players, if the colors turn out to be the same. So your color and his actual color in the game is the same. You can actually get his hotkey, but actually there's no way to get the hotkeys of the other player in the same game. Is that true? I'm not so sure. Anyways, looks like Flash's hotkey is on the 11 Goliaths here coming out. And there's a Marine just trying to check if there's any kind of presence of God knows what, maybe lurker or something like that, but there isn't any. And I think Flash is hesitating to attack, and that's a mistake. He needs to just come out and finish up one of Lava's expansion. Maybe he's going to be waiting for his own command center to finish here. There's nothing that Lava can do to stop this. Lava's going to evacuate this area, but he's already getting ready for another expansion down there. So he's got to be ready to sack this hatchery. Yeah, I think he knows that this hatchery cannot be held, and the mid-game factory push is pretty much on par. But I think Flash is doing the right thing. He's expanding. This is the right way to play Roaring Current. Not like what Bisu was doing against Lava, which is just completely blind pushing against high ground positions, sunkens, and lurkers. You need to be over-expanding your enemy and gobbling up the entire map. I wouldn't actually call it a bad move, but actually right now Flash triple expand and takes his base. Because the fewer bases Lava has gotten, the more it's going to be, easier for Flash to control the mid game. Because keeping in mind that on this map you have 12 bases total, right? Let me just quickly show you. You have 12 bases total. So if Flash takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Lava's got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Wait. Hold on. Did I miss something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Flash, and Lava's got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are only 11 bases on this map. Okay, very interesting. Wait, hold on. There's this one. We forgot about this one. This is a contentious location here. But anyways, I feel like if Flash in a TvZ can take 5 bases and he's on mech, he will win. Even if Lava has got 7 bases. Not like Protoss versus Zerg, where if the Protoss player takes 5 bases, he might lose against the Zerg. I guess it depends on the technology. If Protoss goes for Reavers, he will lose. If he goes for High Templars, 5 against 7 is doable. It's very much nice trade that the Protoss player would be having. But anyways, we're looking at the 10-minute mark of the game, and the game is still very hot right off the pan, guys. So don't go anywhere. Don't need to buy me coffee. This game is not going to be about the coffee. This game is going to be about the love for the game now. Looks like Flash has got 128 supply. And Larva is about behind about 40 supply, but he just double expanded. He's got Hydras in a various location, keeping in mind that Terran players do not have what we know as the okay, very nice parasite on some of these Goliaths. Let me just quickly check which Goliaths have been parasited. You can actually see them. There it is. You can see them, but it's not showing up as which unit is parasite. In the real game, I believe you can actually see the colors, and you can see exactly which one is parasited. But anyways, looks like there's a presence of Larva on 3 bases on this map. Flash need to expand here. Like I tell you, he's got complete map control. He need to expand to this area right now, but he's not doing it. He's just waiting for the counter attack, which is not coming. It's not coming. Larva is just trying to secure these bases and start to actually put up a crap tons of stuff. Hydras, and he's controlled this middle area with Scourges, and Flash is scanning. He want to make sure how much defense is in terms of, Scourges and whatnot are waiting in the area, and there's going to be some great queens coming along as well. This game has the potential to rival that other game that Flash has played with double, triple starport. Anyways, Flash is going to start to move across some Goliaths. He's going to try to be going for drops here, and drops on this map is not suitable. Larva is using Queen to his maximum potential, just like in that previous game. Where's the what is it, infested thing? No, I'm not seeing it. Parasited unit. It's just some Goliaths. Waiting for the Queen, and he might dive in again, and Flash is scanning. He's looking around, and finally he's expanded. This is way too late. This is way too late. Flash might lose this game because he did not expand early enough. He's still scanning, looking around. He can actually go for a drop here. Can he go towards battle cruisers? What are the options here for Flash? He'd want to check this base as well at some point in the future. If he can actually control these lanes with turrets, there's going to be no way for Larva to reach this top left. So I would even, okay, we have a medic. You can go for what? Is this for restoration? Can you actually remove the parasitic behavior if you go for the medic work? This could be the drop has begun here. This is a 12 Goliaths drop. The dropship need to leave. It cannot stay here, and you can see those baby queen getting made right away, destroying a lot of Goliaths. I guess this early attack has failed, has been thwarted. Nice defense from Larva, and I guess the good thing for okay, another nice parasitic behavior, and then we're gonna be having some snipe Scourges sniping one of the dropship as well. I guess this hatchery might fall, and Flash is gonna try to return. Larva is gonna try to reinforce with a couple of drops. You gotta be super careful. This hatchery is about to be exploded here, but it looks like the dropship will come through. How fast is Flash's reaction? Has seen the overlord. He gets 1 overlord. He might get more. We have 8 Goliaths versus a bunch of Hydras at the end. Flash has triumphed. He might, or does he have something else in here? He doesn't have it. He just want to provide a bit of vision, and now he clears the rest of this. Yorizin is gonna back up here. You need to keep on sending forces over. As you can see, his APM has dropped on this map. In this particular situation, you need to have a very high APM because you're microing a lot of stuff across the map. You are trying to get your new bases getting set up, and we need to have SCBs getting transferred, and Flash is not transferred. He's going to be going for another command center to float over here. There are some Scourges come through and getting one of these. I guess dropship was parasitically detected. So that's fine. We have another command center float over. Keep in mind that on this map, you don't have this mineral here just to hide. You can just float the building very, very quickly. There might be another attack. Okay, he's not going to be attacking with his dropship. With his overlord, he's going to be waiting here, and these queens are trying to come back. I think it's going to be Broodlings all day. Broodlings all day, and there we see it. There's going to be some drops or maybe some overlords and amazing Broodlings. Look at this amazing scene, man. A spectacle for us to watch here. Some Broodling attacking a single Goliath and sniping it. These Goliaths will be holding this high ground to make sure that there could be nothing coming on the low ground. We need to make a lot of turrets because with this massive number of queens, it's impossible. Larva is putting on a show for us here. I mean, Larva is a true streamer. He's not so interested in daily pro leagues. Of course, sometimes he play daily pro leagues, but he's more about entertaining his fan and dragging the game out and making the best of himself. I mean, if you look at Larva stream, it's not always about making the best tactical move, but it's making the best spectacle for the eyes, a feast for the eyes, ears, and mouth, and what are the sensical organs you have to actually to consume Starcraft content. But anyhow, these Goliaths are trying to hold it, but you need to make a lot of SCVs to cover for those areas and start to make a crap tons of turrets, because turrets will deter the the presence of Scourge and whatnot. Anyways, these tanks need to be in siege position, and we're going to be having Hydras moving across the map. Tanks are going to be trying to go for some shots here, not bad, but Flash is in a bad situation. He loses all of his time. There's going to be a push against his base, and Larva is looking very strong, but Flash is returning. Of course, Flash is the one with the better upgrades. You can see 3-3-2 upgrades on these forces. These Hydras don't have that much of a grade. We have some nice D-Matrix on the Goliaths, and this is a nice temporary measure for Larva to actually control the area here, but now he's gonna get pushed back, and this medic is actually being very nice to support. Let's take a look at this base here. There's gonna be some Hydras trying to go out and snipe, but I think the tanks will be siege up. I think now Flash need to make a crap tons of turrets. He's got a lot of money. He can start to make turrets, and I hope that my replay file is not corrupted again like the previous times. I'm not so sure how it's been corrupted so many times. Very nice Queens coming out here to attack, and a lot of Flash's units have evaporated, but Flash will take out one of these bases. He's pressing forward. Keep in mind that Flash can still try to attack head on here, because now he's got tanks, and tanks can shell units from the low ground. If Flash can try to assault into this base while Larva is out of position, it might work. I'm not so sure. Anyways, Larva is going to return with some of his queens. But for now, Flash has got this area secure. But anyways, this base is under a lot of pressure. There's going to be a drop there. It's just non-stop pressure coming from all sides. But these queens will feast on those tanks and Goliaths all day. So many queens. Oh my god. Flash has wasted easily 1,200 or 1,500 minerals worth of cargo in that attack. I've been watching a nice TV series recently. I think it's HBO. It's called Task. And it's about mafia. It's about drug dealing. It's about bikers. So if you're into any kind of those topics, go ahead and check out the movie Task. But basically, there was, a cargo worth, a suitcase full of drugs that was taken by, by some gangsters, and it was stolen by a bunch of people. And that cargo eventually was very problematic for the guy who stole it, because they need to actually sell it. They need to move the goods, but he cannot move it because they're not drug dealer. Anyways, there's going to be some more activities happening here, and what is going to be the plan? I guess Larva has got the full arsenal of units as well. He's got Defiler. Hydra's only got +2 and +1. Let's take a look at the upgrades. So Larva is going to be going for Carapace 2 and Weapons 3. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. As for Flash, I believe he's already maxed out. Okay, he's not yet. Finally, Armor Plating 3 is going to complete. There's going to be a drop here on the high ground. But as you can see, those queens can just stay here and attack all night long. All night long, Flash could not penetrate. We can actually come in here with a D-Matrix drop. He might work again, but it's going to be very tough. Larva's looking forward to use his Defiler tech against this base. Got very few SCVs mining. But Flash has got one tank. He's got 3 tanks. He's going to try to come forward. This is a drop. No, these are just spotting overlords. The first Defiler has reached the area. The second Defiler comes forward. Hydras are plowing through. Nice attack here. Flash has got only 2 tanks. Need to reinforce. This reinforcement is a bit far away. And there they arrive. We might have Queen attacking on the Command Center. Let's go for a nice spectacle for the eyes in here. Where's the Queen? Where's the Queen? The Queen is here. He's not going to be... Looks like SVs are fearless repairing, because, there's always a threat of Queen infestation on the Command Center. Especially from a very nice showsmanship player like Larva. Anyways, his Command Center is about to fall here. The Hydras are going to try to return. And everyone will leave, their respective quarters. I believe that was a nice fight. As this drone will cancel the hatchery, and Flash still plow forward. Flash once again leading by about 50 supply. He's got how many bases? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases. Okay, things are looking very interesting. If he has much better 8 PM, he might send all of these SVs to mine, but he's not doing it. Anyways, once again, I'm going to be having more scanning from Flash, and Flash is controlling the middle areas very nicely. Larva is beat into a pulp. He's down to 1, 2, 3, 4 bases. He needs to drop this base very soon, and he's looking forward to do it. Overlords are waiting patiently in the area. Flash has got everything controlled. Keeping in mind that Flash is currently ELO ranked. He's number 1 player. As you can quickly see from this map, there it is. He is number 1, and Larva is not. His ELO score is very low, guys. He's down in the 1240 to 40. Not very good. We're going to be having more queens coming out. But anyways, yeah, this is definitely a nice game for all of us here. Actually, it's not yet the weekend, but for me, it feels like the weekend already, because these exploded baby queens are just doing so much damage and so enjoyable to watch. There's the drop. The drop comes in to clean up after Flash. The Goliaths have been destroyed. There are some turrets coming down. I mean, in this kind of scenario, you need to have a bunker and start to make Marines. I think Marines would not be such a bad idea to go for on this map. Anyways, there's the drop. There are some Goliaths. He will get 1 Overlord. Very nice. Maybe some Hydras will snipe. And now Flash is going to be waiting on the high ground. He needs to make some turrets on the high ground, because there's always a risk of Queen. Anyways, the command center is gonna get repaired. Do we have infestation on the queen? We don't have it. We might have it. The queen are not coming in for infestation. I think yellow is when you actually have enough energy. I guess enough, whatever damage to go for the infestation, right? I think so. But anyways, Flash has lost his base, and Lava, of course, still has a lot of fight left in. Both of these players have plenty of minerals and gas to work with. But Lava need to take new bases soon. He need to take new bases soon because he's very much conceding the entire map to Flash here. Flash coming up with more dropship and holding these areas, and I guess the queen are gonna be waiting for the energy to come back. And they are the queens. They are the queens. As for this other map, we might have to see another queen attacking soon. And it's all coming down to 8 p.m. and there's gonna be the final attack from Lava. He gets a few Broodlings up. Okay, I finally remember the names of these units. They are Broodling. They are not baby queens. If you're gonna be used to Namkraft channel, you might have some nice weird terminologies like baby queens, like I don't know, green glue coming from the queens. What is it, red liquid and brown gas. Those are the Namkraft specific terminology that you will not hear from any other casters. I also have some specific terms like BJT sandwich, which is bacon, jam, and tomato. That is this Namkraft, Starcraft specialty. But anyways, this map is whack as hell. Another expansion comes down. We're looking at the 21st minute mark of the game. It's not yet very clear who's gonna be able to win, but I think Flash has got a nice advantage. Lava needs to do something about this map. This top left is gonna completely be going undefended here. Some Zerglings are coming across the map, and what is gonna be the plan for Lava? He's got some drops getting ready for some potential attack here. He's looking for some of the, I guess he can go for this base, but this base will not achieve anything at all. It will not achieve anything at all. Dropships are patrolling the area. Flash has got the maximum upgrade, and Lava is still coming up with melee attack. And Carapace, okay, he's gonna be going for Carapace attack. I think he's still on 3-2. This is gonna be the last attack on the Zerg side, and there's a drop. But there's some Goliaths waiting, so actually you can see that Lava is waiting on this side. He might drop the middle one by one. Okay, I guess dropping this middle side is not such a bad idea. Nice queen attack here on several of the tanks. He's traded very, very nicely, and there's gonna be some nice irradiate on one of the queens. He might cast another one soon. He does cast it. He does cast it, but where's the drop going? Where's the drop going? It's not very clear, and Lava is going to be running out of minerals soon because he is mined out in several locations. Need to take this base. He's coming across the map with his drop. He's still waiting patient, and Flash is returning with a bunch of tanks. We might have some drops all over the tank. There are only about 4 Goliaths. Nice irradiate on the Overlords. They might fall very, very quickly here. The attack is looking very, very strong for Lava. Lava has completely exterminated Flash's middle ground forces here. Army Group Central has been annihilated from the planet of Roaring Current. This attack against his command center is looking very strong. When Flash has lost this base, that means that this base might go to Lava. But the attack doesn't end here. Lava might go into this high ground. This command center has been pushed back, and now Flash is pushed back into a pub. He's got a lot of forces coming out, but he needs to actually reinforce, and this base finally will go down. There's some hydrogen. This might be the turning point of the game here, because Lava was itching to get this base for this entire time, but now he will get it. He's gotten a fresh amount of minerals, so that's going to be very, very nice here. Flash is going to try to reinforce with some dropship, some tanks. He's going to be super careful. He lands some stuff here. Very, very nice. I guess this base might get safe. I think Lava need to make like turrets all around. You need to make a crap tons of turrets. I guess there's a few more tanks remaining, but the reinforcement drop from Lava is way, way too strong. And Flash, look at the color on the map. It's so insane. It's not very clear who is winning, but Lava will take this base now. Flash 154 supply, Lava 155. The game is still going on very, very strong. And of course now everyone has got the maxed out army, maxed out upgrade, but it's about the trade. It's about which player can trade better. Flash is running out of minerals. Yeah, that's right, guys. I guess Flash is also not mining very much. I'm not so sure how this works, because I thought Flash is supposed to be the more efficient player. When you play mech against Zerg, you're supposed to be very, very efficient, but now Lava has got fresh bases, and he's still mining nicely. I think at some point we need to analyze the number of mineral patches on this map, on each locations, because actually I don't think they're even. I think they're actually very nice, good distributions of mineral on these various maps. Anyways, Flash want to take the middle area. I'm not so sure this is the right idea to fight against, units under Dark Swarm and Queen control group. Okay, I understand why Lava is trading much better, because of the Queens. The Queens is just creating so much problem for Flash. Whatever units he makes to the expensive gas and minerals intake, he will lose it to the Queens, and the Queens, as you can see, are mostly alive after each battle, coming back and regenerating their health and their energy. Scourge is going to be looking for those Science Vessels he get. 1, 2, 3 Science Vessels, very nicely done, and those Science Vessels are very expensive as well. These tanks are going to be flying forward here, and we're going to be having Zerglings on the low ground. I guess the first time will be sacked. There's going to be attack coming from both sides, and Flash army is not looking very strong this time around. There are just way too many queens. I think Lava has reached reach a tipping point in terms of queen production. The moment that he uses the first batch of queen, then the next batch is ready with the energy. I mean, this is a crazy way for Larva to win here. The only basis that Flash is still having a little bit of control is this area, but there might be more stuff coming over. Dropships are waiting patiently, and Flash is scanning. He's looking around for openings here, but he's in a bit of a quench. He is running out of minerals, running out of places to mine, and Larva is pressing back this base, so he's gonna get attacked. And Larva himself, is he in risk of running out of minerals? I guess Larva might be running out of minerals because he's got the only base that's got a lot of minerals is this one here. He needs to control this one at all costs. They might have, once again, some nice queen attack, and this drop got only a hatchery and nothing else. It traded quite poorly. There's some dropship getting sniped as well. And I guess, yeah, these tanks will fall. These nicely upgraded tanks have fallen. But can Larva take this way? Let's do a quick base count. So Larva will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flash will got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in that scenario, I think Flash wins. I think Flash is supposed to win, and now Larva controls this area, means that they actually drop directly onto this top left base. We shall see if Larva will do that in the future. For now, Flash, as you can see, is running to the last mineral patches on this game. There's going to be another attack in the middle area here, and Flash is scanning. He's looking around. The Sciences are going to get attacked. Nice attack coming through, and nice Darkstorm to control. And Flash tanks are all damaged. Hydras are flying forward. Good D-Matrix. Good Darkstorm. At the last bit, I guess Flash doesn't have enough forces. No, maybe Larva doesn't have enough forces. Larva's gonna get pushed back and splash damage for the win. Nice. And let's take a look at Flash's control group now to see what he's got. He's got Science Vessels on group 1. He's got 3 tanks on group 2. A few more tanks on the other group. So as you can see, he's got some disrated forces. He has got some Comsat station nicely queued up as well. He's got all of the Comsat stationed on 7, 8, 9, 10. That's right. He's scanning around. Anyways, it's gonna be a nice attack, and these queens are gonna get irradiated once again because we don't have enough Goliaths. Not enough Goliaths to cover. And these queens, even though some of them are dying after the battles, most of them are still alive, and Flash is now finally officially behind by about 30 supply. He is not trading very well, man. His trades have been terrible. I think he should just give up. And then, you know, instead of attacking, he just focus on defending his own bases. Anyways, there's gonna be some nice attack, but those D-Matrix Science Vessels have survived the onslaught, and Flash once again is scanning, looking for openings. This base finally go to Larva. With that, Larva will have fresh minerals. Command centers are burning down. I was saying, why would Larva make an infested command center? It's gonna be so good. Anyways, there's gonna be a drop, and this base has got a few mineral patches remaining, but it will fall very quickly, and Flash is running out of ideas. He is still scanning. This base finally fall, and this is the only remaining mining bases for Flash, and you can see Flash's SV saturation is not very high. Not very high, so his mineral is not coming up very quickly here. He's still attacking with his nicely upgraded tanks and Goliaths, but you know, Larva with better superior economy has won the game. Flash is GG, nice game, and I hope you have a great ahead. See you soon, bye-bye.